it really doesn't feel like we're just over a week into July. So after the lovely, beautiful weather we had during the height of the lockdown where people weren't allowed out, now people are allowed out. It seems like summer has gone, but the little gardeny thing that we built, that I built, seems to be doing right well. Looks like we're going to get quite a lot of tomatoes, even though, never mind, I won't mention a comment that someone called Peter Parker made. You'll know what you mean, young man. That's why I had to hose all these down. It's good to keep fit in the lockdown because some of us have put on a little bit of weight. Anyway, I pulled this out of here. Look at that. That's not a bad. Marley, shut up. That's not a bad little radish, is it? I don't know what sort it is. Actually, I can tell you. Because there's a thing in here. There you go. It's one of those. Oh, come on. I don't know. I can't bloody see that. You'll probably see that better than me. I haven't got my reading head on. But yeah, quite pleased with that. And I know some people wanted to know. Oh, something else. I know that the pubs are open because we found another beer keg that's been chucked in canal, which I'm having later. I'm going to turn that into another boiler. Now the reason they get chucked in canal is people in tied pubs and things like that have to buy all their beer from the brewery, but some of them, to top up their income a little bit, go and buy them from the cash and carry. Of course, then they've got to dispose of the evidence. Ta-da! Once they go in there, they're classed as a navigational hazard and industrial waste because it's a commercial waterway. Any inland waterway which is navigable by ocean-going vessels is classed as a commercial waterway. So as soon as it goes in here, it's classed as either commercial waste or industrial waste, and the breweries don't want them back. So, which is weird because these aren't bloody cheap, I'm sure. Anyway, the kumquat, we did right well with that. We have made some kumquat vodka, which I think will end up quite dangerous. Going to leave it for about a year, see how it turns out. This little thing that we salvaged from the canal has done very well. It's got quite a lot of new growth in here. This our little wildflower thingy has started coming together this year, and a couple of radishes. Purple thing, $2.99 purple thing. What can you say? What an absolute joy that has been. It will love it if we get a bit more sun. First tree from Lidl, which I'm fairly sure is $6.99, and some parsley that I rescued from one of those little pots in the kitchen that was dead. Put it in here, flat leaf parsley, fantastic. Look, I hope you're impressed because I'm actually getting to know what plants are. I haven't got a fucking clue what this is. It's a tree. It's a fruit tree of some sort, so it's either pear, plum, apple, or oops. Hang on. More radishes. These are French breakfast. They're coming on all right. Look, I know you've done this at school. I didn't. I didn't go to a posh school. Another $6.99 tree. Again, doing remarkably well. Lots of new growth, although it probably could do with a bit more sunshine and a little bit less wind. Again, this one, I've had to stake this because wind, but again, twice the size of when I got it. I think this is the cherry, but again, look, lots of new growth. So it might not do massively well this year, but next year I'm hoping, yeah, fantastic. Little white thing, that did very, very well. I don't know whether that will come back next year or whatever, or it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm not going to show you that one just yet because that's the Marshall's tree, stupidly expensive tree that we had trouble with. This apparently is an apple blossom. That's almost trebled in size, I've put some flowery things down here. So that probably flowers sometime Augusty. That one that I can't remember, someone told me what it was called. This, another wildflower, little wildflower one. And this is apparently a comfrey. Look at that. So that's growing now, all right. And then spare bay tree and the mannequin piss. Spare bay tree, but I know the one that people are interested in is going to be the Marshall's tree that arrived upside down, looking very poorly for itself. We tried everything to gently revive it, but sadly it's a goner. Poor thing. And this is one of those, you know, like Marshalls just took the money. They just, they weren't bothered. They went for the money. I sent them a recorded delivery letter last week saying this isn't on, give us a refund. Haven't heard anything from them, haven't had a reply to the email. So I will be taking them to small claims court. I know it's not a lot of money, but it's more the principle than anything else. Get a judgment against them in a small claims court. That will hurt them more. Right, so all looking good. I'm going to go down later and get that keg that's gone in there. I know people watch these and then they send me little messages saying, "Oh, Keg Watch will come round and get you." I think you've misunderstood what Keg Watch is for. Keg Watch is to stop people stealing kegs from pubs, not pulling them out of a canal. The casks are a different matter. Because this one, and these down here, although I think those two have got names of breweries that no longer exist. This one is a brewery that does exist. I did send them a message almost a year ago saying, "Do you want it back?" And they never got back to me. But I'll just keep these as seats. I'll use these as seats. I'm not going to cut them up because they could actually be easily reused. As could those. But after I contacted one of the major suppliers and said, "Do you want these casks?" Where they've been, it's in the canal, and they said, "Oh, yeah, no." I said, "What do you want to do with them?" And the guy actually said on the phone, "You can shove them up your arse for all I care." So since then I thought, well, fuck you, I'm not even going to bother fucking offering now. I don't need to. It's purely a kindly gesture to say, would you like these salvaged? Because legally they're mine. Legally, if you pull them out of a canal, out of a commercial waterway, it's salvaged because they're a navigation hazard. So fuck them. There's a very malodious smell. I don't know if it's coming from the incinerator. It's more sewery, but it's not very nice. So I'm going to go inside and have a drink. But that is, I know, not much of an interesting update, not much of an interesting vlog update, but that's the quick update of the Boathouse garden. And right proud am I now to be growing things that you can eat instead of just smoke. I didn't say that. That would be wrong just to say that. Right. 2 days to the weekend. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. God knows the pubs need it. If you're going to go to the pub either during the week or at the weekend, please, no matter how much you have, observe socially distancing. If not for you, then for the people who are serving you in the pub. They shouldn't go to work in order to lose their life. Right. Have a good what's left of the week, guys.